Welcome to episode 100 of Tracy Talks. This is Tracy with Tracy Talks, a podcast about life, looking at life from a new perspective to gain wisdom and understanding in hopes to know yourself more. It's a little hard to believe that I have reached 100 episodes. When I started this podcast a few months ago, I had no idea how it was going to work out. I had no idea what I was going to talk about. I've kind of been known to just jump into things and then after the fact, have a moment where I'm like, wow, what did I just do? And maybe that's a good thing because I just started it. I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a format. I just decided to start talking about things. I just decided to start talking about life and experiences. One of the purpose of this podcast was to give women a community where we could look at how we live, how we create a life that we love, how we can share our experiences, how we can support each other. I don't know how this message is being received. When I sit in a room and I talk about my life and my experiences, it's kind of an interesting format. Unless you get direct feedback, you don't know how people receive the message, how they respond to the message, or if they even care about the message. I had a life coach that I've been working with to try to get whatever this is, this format, working smoother. And she was just like, just put it out there. Just keep putting it out there and it will evolve. It will change. It takes time. It takes time to create a platform. It takes time to connect to people. As I go back through some of the episodes and I look at them, there are certainly ones that I find cringy, but it's like, well, it is what it is. You know, it's not perfect. The message didn't come out as easy as I thought it would, which is fine. Which is life, right? We don't want to have to live in this world where everything has to be perfect. We don't want to show up and worry about, wow, was that good enough in every single moment? That has been something that I am learning to embrace because I can sit back here at the microphone and I can say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what people think. It just matters if you show up authentically. That can be hard to live by because when I'm listening to myself, it's like, oh my God, why did I say it that way? Why did I share that? But that's part of being authentic. That's part of showing up to the world and just being myself, being Tracy. The format will probably change. I'm finding the topics that I talk about seem to be cycling back over some of the same messages, which is fine. When I learn, it takes a little bit to digest the information, that the assimilation process doesn't happen in the same way for everybody. Some people assimilate information and can apply it directly into their life, while others need to hear a message and need to spend time reviewing their own life and how that actually could apply. So I may be changing the format instead of naming them, just numbering the episodes, because I'm finding that, I want the titles to be the same, which that's fine. Some of the format may change. I don't know. This is certainly a learning process for me. I welcome feedback. If you have feedback, if you like the topic of an episode, click the like button. If you have comments or if you identify with what I'm sharing, Let me know. Am I talking about things that are relevant? Is it something that you can relate and apply into your own life? And how can we grow together? How can we travel on this journey together and support each other so no one feels alone, so no one feels like they're out in a boat trying to figure life out? I talk about topics that are generally experiences that women go through. And that's because I'm a woman. That's because that's my perspective. That's what I see, that's what I know, and that's what I'm going to focus on. How we as women can use our voice, can show up and be authentic, and we can support each other and allow each other to have that space, to hold space, to show up. I don't see that the messages for women are creating a space that we can still show up as ourselves, and that is enough. I'm not even sure I have the answers as to what that is. What does that space look like? Where can that idea grow? Where can it evolve to? And what does it look like? As we have diversity in who we are and where we come from, what does a space look like where we can all show up authentically and support one another? I'm really glad that I started this. I'm really glad that I took the leap. I didn't let fear stop me. I just started doing it, knowing that I would figure it out, knowing that I would find my way. I see so many people in life that don't take the chance and don't take the risk, that limit themselves because they are too afraid to try something they've never done. Instead of me saying, wow, I wish I had started that podcast, I can say, you know what? I started a podcast. I figured out the mechanics of it. I downloaded the apps. I downloaded the synthesizers. I figured it out. I did it. I didn't let fear stop me. I didn't let the unknown stop me. I didn't let the fear of what are people going to think stop me. I just did it and knew that it was going to work out however it was supposed to work out. There is no linear path. There is no one way to get where we want to go. And a lot of times our brain can't see all of the possibilities. But as I have gone through this process of all of these episodes, I am gaining wisdom and understanding about myself and who I am and what really matters. That came to me because I didn't listen to the fear, that I just started walking down the path. I just put one foot in front of the other foot and trusted that the next door was going to show up. The next topic was going to show up. The next thing was going to show up. And that's what each of you need to do. Start the thing that you want to do. Take the step. Believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else is going to do it. No one else is going to believe in you. You have to do it. And trust that once you take a step, the next step is going to come. I'm so glad I'm on this journey. I'm glad that you are listening. I'm glad that I didn't let fear take over. So here's to 100 more episodes, 100 more topics, and take care. Thank you for listening to this podcast of Tracy Talks. Please like and share with others who would enjoy listening to this podcast. And until next time, we meet again.